A world without nuclear weapons may be a dream, but you cannot base a sure defense on dreams. Margaret Thatcher, 1987. Giants sleeping, giants winning, wars within their dreams. Killer of Giants, Ozzy Osbourne, 1986. Heavy metal was supposedly apolitical, escapist, but was it? Some of it reveled in images of violence and the occult. Other offshoots, glam, the retroactively named hair metal, reveled in, well, revelry. It was about partying, nothing but a good time. Both represent different kinds of adolescent fantasies, but it was anything but apolitical, and there was plenty that was not a good time. In the same way in which literature is bound to its time period, the music under consideration in this book is a distinct product of the 1980s and the Cold War, as close readings of Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, and Bon Jovi will attest. And in the end, even escapism turned out to be political after all. Breaking the chains. In 1985, when I first fell in love with heavy metal, the only time I could hear it on the radio was once a week, at midnight, on a syndicated show called Metal Shop. Metal Shop, for those who know. The only place I could watch the videos was on the UHF station U68, and the occasional clip on the more mainstream, nationally broadcast Friday Night Videos, network TV's attempt to be MTV, at least for an hour or so. Both were on late at night and became the first reasons for 13-year-old me to stay up late. No one had cable television yet in Brooklyn, New York. I wanted my MTV, but I couldn't have it. This was also obviously pre-DVD, pre-DVR, pre-internet, pre-streaming, all the ways people watch and hear anything now. Decades later, in the 2000s, the cable station VH1, what I'd formerly thought of as the adult version of MTV, and not in a good way, started leaning heavily on metal, which I could have taken as a clue that I was now an adult. I didn't. At least I had cable now. Metal Mania, That Metal Show, the multi-part documentary Metal Evolution by metal anthropologist Sam Dunn, the preponderance of Iron Maiden and Metallica, and other documentary metal movies, and Megadeth and Motley Crue, and more behind-the-music episodes. And then, even more recently, with cable in its last throes, all those specials and all of those music videos from the 1980s became available for instant, easy access online. This was my chance to go back and rewatch them. And what I found, delightedly rifling through the 1,000 or so that made it onto MTV's Headbangers Ball, surprised me, defying my memory. Metallica sang, "The memory remains in a different context." But does it? A huge number of the 1980s metal videos, it turns out, featured futuristic, post-apocalyptic sets reminiscent of The Road Warrior and Escape from New York. Dust, battle-scarred ground, burned-out cityscapes. Ripped clothes, leather and boots. On the bands, and on the women who inevitably surround them, are somehow right at home in this desolate environment. Sometimes these wastelands were accompanied by laser guns and robotics. My favorite is Queensryche's Queen of the Reich video, which even opens with a Star Wars-like crawl, something about a crystal, a queen, a computer, and 5 freedom fighters. The video introduces the band members by name as they rock on.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.